Hey guys, I'm sitting here doing some hobby work, and I thought instead of just showing what I've done afterwards, I might as well, start filming as I do stuff. So I had this Sector Imperialis Basilicanum. It's one of the out of print ones, even though it's kind of a new thing. I don't know. I had that laying around, and I was gonna assemble that. So the story behind this is I finally got some games booked and I want to have a nice table of terrain. And I don't just want to have one table of terrain that can barely be filled and it'll be the same things reconfigured every single time. Though I love modularity, I want more than one table worth of terrain or potentially enough terrain to do like a really dense city board or Necromunda or Kill Team or something like that. So I was doing some inventory here. Sorry for the very bad lighting. Like I said, this is kind of an improvised video. So I was doing inventory on some terrain and some unbuilt stuff. So here I have some ruined sections of walls. Oh, also over here. These are just like corners. Some defense stuff. Some supplies and cargo stuff. There's also some here that needs to be painted. Some buildings over here. Some of the older stuff by now. This is sort of multi-configurable, where I can, set these up and put a bridge in between those two buildings or between this and some other stuff. Yeah, things should be fairly modular depending on what I want to do. I think I'll do some board setups because my last video I talked about maybe going to Warhammer World and doing a Heresy tournament. I've decided not to do that. I'm going to be too rushed and I don't want to rush stuff and I want to get some games in, learn the rules. So to that end, I've booked some games with my mate. We're going to do some low points Heresy games. Also some Sol Mortalis and stuff. So, City Fight will be very nice for Sol Mortalis. So I'm finally hyped to get some of the terrain stuff done and fix my board. It's a bit warped, the board I have to play on. Yeah, sorry, back to this. Yeah, some building stuff, configurable. The orc stuff, which I never got painted, and some ornamental stuff. So what I wanted to show off was my idea for this. So I've been trying to make, the perfect setup. And it can't be done the way, because I love having big buildings like that. Like big facades, but then there's just an empty shell behind it, which is good. That's fine, actually. But I like the verticality, the height of it, the line of sight blocking potentially for bigger things. Not that I have titans or knights or anything like that, but immersion and levels and stuff. So kind of wanted the same thing with this, but also the option of not doing that and having more of a footprint. So what I'm thinking here is I have this. This is a level which will have, let me just remove some of this. Sorry for the handheld stuff. So this is a level with that sort of roof on it. And that can be sort of like this. Can either be, at a table and then you place a bunch of ruins around it so it looks like it's bombed out, but the facade is there. Or you can have like framing, let's say a plaza on the table where you have big buildings on the edges or like sections of big buildings and you can just imagine the rest is behind them. So that's what I want to do with this. So this is either a second story or, one of those pieces that goes, that way to make out the footprint of a bombed out building. And then a third level potentially, or, footprint of a building, and then this. I also got some more ruins coming. Yeah, I ordered a bit of terrain. There was an autumn sale at a web shop I like. So I bought some terrain there, also to be a little bit more heresy friendly than all of this super 40K terrain. I can mix it in, you know, it might be towards the end of the heresy, or maybe some Siege of Terra stuff where, you know, the other planets try to emulate that. That's the lore anyway, because it's so ornate and whatever. Still probably do many skulls. I like to keep it more grounded-ish. So I got those Frontieris stuff coming. Really looking forward to getting that set up. So I should be able to make quite a bit of different setups and scenarios. And once I'm done with this, I'm gonna have a day where I'm just gonna play with different setups and decorating the terrain or the board and just explaining some possible scenarios. So yeah, for now, I think I'm gonna glue this because I think I'm committed. I like the idea. And then after I've glued it, I can probably show it rather than explain it so much. So let's try that. See you in a bit. I am back. I did some assembling. Still handheld, still terrible lighting. The weather sort of shifted a little bit, I think, from the last time I recorded. Anyway, it is what it is. So I assembled these chunks. They're pretty much solid in terms of glue. So let's see what I got. Not all done yet. Let's see. Yep, sorry, just found some pieces I needed. Oh, fantastic, I needed that. Great. All right, so I made this chunky boy. Let's see if I can adjust the lighting a little bit. Sorry for the overblown lighting. So here we have like one of those sorts of backdrops. Auto lighting, whatever. So I can sort of frame a battlefield. Imagine this is the battlefield, and I can have a backdrop of building, and then some other stuff out here, like I said, a plaza, or this could be the outskirts of the city, and there are some fortifications out here, or an industrial area, or sort of a transition into the city where this is sort of maybe been taken over by orcs, and then gradually becomes more imperial as the front line meet between orc forces and, let's say, imperial forces or chaos, whatever. There's plenty of imperial cities to fight over, I suppose. Okay, so I'm not gluing much more than I have. I'll glue it a little bit. I'll make some stuff with the statues, some plinths. I can hopefully also keep those modular, especially if they're out here. It's annoying to move models in here. I'd like to be able to remove them and put them back, or yeah, just place them in other places, because they will break off if I store this and a statue sticks out here. I know, because it keeps happening on those guys with those thingamajigs pointing out. Also, one of the reasons I haven't put many of these on, but I have some other ideas for that. I'll get to this bag of goodies soon. Those are leftovers from these projects way back in the day when I assembled that. Enough waffling, let's get back to this. Sorry if you guys are getting seasick. So I have some possible configurations. There's of course this, and I can extend, sort of, imagine this was plain, or yeah, I can extend this this sort of building, as it were. I know there's two columns here, but I can probably, you know, this fits. I need to dress this up a little bit, but it's a bombed out piece of it. I know, But it's doable. It's something. I know it's not custom made for it. Like, everything's super sculpted, but it is what it is. Then there's configurations like this. Sorry for the seam. I don't have two hands to press it perfectly together, but it does snap into place. If I had two hands, I swear. Without a seam. And then I can do another level if I wanted to. Again, to see it's not snapped, but that's a pretty nice obscuring piece of terrain. Of course, there's this. I'm getting some more runes. The small rune kit you can get, I got that pretty cheap. It's coming in a couple of days. It'll probably be in this video because I'll finish this set. It's also why I haven't glued this. There are some good ideas for it, but I'll wait and see what the last couple of bits do before I finalize. So there's of course also a configuration like this. The good thing is you can, move it to different positions. But yeah, this seems like a nice config too. It's of course this configuration too. I mean, there's a bunch of options. There's also the option of, doing this. And I'm very sorry, I'm just gonna put you down for 1 second because I haven't glued it. It was these two bits. Probably end up being a corner like this. And it can go like that. So there's a different floor. Of course, that it's not glued. It'll be here. And no seams, something like that. But like I said, I'll wait and see what the next few bits will do. You probably also want a look at the back side of this. So I've made sure on all of them to put a perpendicular angle here so that it can be used as a standalone piece of terrain. Oh, those bits I found at the start of the video, or at the second half, they go there. So there's no hole. Yeah, so also not gonna glue these guys. These are top of the columns. You can make it look round again. 2 hands would be nice for a good join. See if I can adjust the lighting. There we go. Should have closed the curtains. Yeah, so top of the pillars, ruined ones. There's also ones with lights on it. I think I'll also keep those unglued because there's no reason to. Yeah, so this was the other little piece, works well as a ruin on the ground. Like I said, one perpendicular so it can support itself. Also just if we have a section here on the ground, it makes it seem like there's more than one room in this building, or had been. And this, again, just a hollow chunk. Let me see if I can adjust the lighting. It's just terrible. I mean, it's pretty standard stuff. This, say the only thing that I've done, it's maybe a little bit out of the usual, probably not, is I've glued, there's a lot of these small chunks, I've glued them on so it doesn't end abruptly here. So this is a patchwork of all these little chunks, and I think it looks quite good. The only thing I'm not happy with is this corner. Let me see if I can hide from the sunlight. So you see, ruined. I'll probably make something so it's, or snippy snip in here just to break up the line. I'll probably wait for that last little bit before I commit to that. There was also the option of making sort of a balcony thing. I really wanted to do that, but there was no solid single piece of these. It's either 2 or 1 and 1 broken, and a bunch of broken pieces in this set anyway. So might scratch build something. I'm not sure there's a platform in the ruins set. I'm pretty sure there's not. But if there is, I'll build maybe a balcony and pop it on. Probably this one. Yeah. Yeah. If not, I'll probably scratch build, or these are not the right size, but maybe I can couple together some of the broken pieces and make it work. Also, there's no railing in this set for a balcony, so I got some railing in here, I believe. Or I used the last bits to make these ruins. So that's enough wobbly camera from now. I'll probably hold off with posting this. Nah. I'll put it out there. Then I can do the fancy YouTuber thing of making a multi-part thing of a project. So hopefully I'll get the other kits soon and I'll assemble that. And once I've assembled it, I'll probably play around with some configurations before I commit to painting it. Even though I don't need to. Oh well, we'll see. We'll see. In any case, this gets my motivation juices flowing. I guess this works too. If you line it up with a seam like that. Yeah, this sort of stuff works too. Yeah. Anyway, this gets my motivation going. Being able to put minis in terrain. And I'm gonna finish painting it so it all looks nice. I'm hyped. I will take off for now. Thank you for watching, guys. I will see you guys next time.